Hey friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel, and welcome to kind of the post making the mini-series video layout share. Basically, I'm just kind of wrapping up this mini-series that I created. If you are new to my channel or you're new to this mini-series, I got a card kit from Simple Stories when I bought one of their mystery boxes, and this card kit is actually pretty fun. It had all of the elements to make all these 8 cards, and they were cut out. So basically all you have to do is like pop it out of the chipboard paper, or like get the papers. They're already pre-cut and everything, and you just kind of basically assemble. Now, I do like making cards, but I have been paper crafting for over 20 years and I have amassed a lot of cards. And so what I wanted to kind of stretch myself is to create, maybe use these materials to create scrapbook pages instead of cards, and just kind of really focus on how to maximize or utilize all of the materials in here. Another reason why I chose to do this particular series is because, I don't know about you, but I find that using my scrapbook supplies into like transitioning it into making cards is so easy. But I just wanted to see if the other way around, would it be easy as well. And so those were some of the things that I talked about. I had 2 process videos to go along with it, and so I'm just going to share with you kind of a little bit more recap of those papers, as well as I had 1 more extra page that I did, and then 2 more bonus projects. So again, here is the Simple Stories card kit that I started off with. And then here is the first page. So my goal for this page is to really maximize all of the papers. The papers came in like a 4.5 by 5.5, something like that. It's a A2 card size background piece, so this is supposed to be your card front. And so because they're in a smaller size, I treated them as like either scraps or like a 6x6, which is a smaller piece of paper. And so I try to find a sketch that would match that, and this one is a free sketch from Scrapbook Generation. And the idea is that these banners are supposed to go from top to bottom, but I kind of cheated a little bit and then used a big 12 by 12 paper, cut it in 5 by 12, and then use that in the middle, and then just cut my pieces about 3 inches long, so that I could just kind of butt them onto the big size paper to make it look like they're one long piece, but they're actually not. I did cut the notches on the top and the bottoms of that, and then inked up the edges. And then I really had fun with all of the embellishments that came with this kit. It just so happened that this particular layout is a documentation of an art gallery, and so I did a lot of like the paintbrushes here, the true colors, like a lot of like artsy themed elements here, and so I really liked how that turned out. And then the second one is another double page layout, and this one kind of have a more Valentine's love theme. I did use some big papers here, like this background. These strips over here are all 12 by 12, as you can see, and then the rest I pulled it out from the kit. I used the banners as well. This is also from a sketch from Scrapbook Generations, by the way. And then it had some chipboard flowers from the kit, and so I used that here as well. And then layered, they had some of the kind of like a 1.5 inch by 5 inch strips, and so I kind of layered that. Instead of going it horizontal, I made it vertical, and then layered my title, or layered it behind my title so that the title will stand out, and then just a bunch more elements. And then it had a bunch of little tiny elements like hearts. There were like some for jacks, the little things for jacks, and then diamonds. So I used a bunch of the hearts here just to kind of have a little bit of accent. And then my extra page, I did make a single page layout. Now with this one, I just grabbed all of the rest of the papers that I have and then cut them in circles. I have a few nesting dies, but I used one that had kind of the ridges or the kind of stitching on the edge of it, so that it'll have a little bit more of a design. And then I just kind of layered them over on the left side, and then my photos on the right. Now this Polaroid is also part of the kit, and so I use that as my base for my title. Same with the word rad, and then I just kind of added the rest of my title, which is train station. And then one or a couple of the papers are like a 3x4, just a smaller piece, and they were solid papers. And so I used some of those, one to hold my journaling and then another one to hold another element there. And again, I used the hearts here. So I'm really happy with how this turned out and how colorful the papers are with juxtaposition with the photos that doesn't have that variety of colors. And then, so I made my 3 pages, so that probably equal to 5 because there's two page spreads and then one. And then I had some more leftovers, and then I used that to make 2 cards, as you can see here. I used the leftover papers to make some squares and then added a few more of the elements. This Hey Friend was part of that, as well as Miss You, and then these diamonds as well. And then here is the leftover. I did, like I said, combine some of the my 12x12 pieces, my own paper stash, with these elements, because the thing about card kit being translated to scrapbooking is, of course, you need your base. You need your 12x12 pieces. You're also going to need the, some bigger pieces for paper for background. So those ones I kind of knew going in, but what I love about this card kit is that you treat it as a scrap and you have a lot of variety to choose from. Plus the elements, I didn't have to like rummage through all of my different areas where I put embellishments in, like stickers or chipboard or things, or little elements like hearts and things like that. They all just came, and so that was kind of fun and a nice break from having to pull from different areas of my scrapbook stash. Now again, here are the leftovers, and so I'm just gonna put them all back in my stash to hopefully use in the next project, or maybe in the next year, hopefully. Anyways, here are again the the projects that I was able to create, and then here is my inspiration. If you like these videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when I post the next video. And if you like these kinds of videos, let me know, because a long time ago I did create my own card kits, and I would make 10 cards out of it, and that was so much fun. So maybe if you like this, I will make another card kit and then transfer that kit and make into scrapbook pages. So let me know in the comment section below. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.